This is Ali with ASEC. Here today, gonna show you some of the latest updates that we've made to grid search. We've taken the time over the past couple of weeks to really strip away all of the features to try and get down to that bare bones application. So I guess right away you'll notice the user interface is quite different, and I guess most notably now the map interface is now gone. In lieu of the GIS-based interface, we have a simple drop-down list interface where you are able to choose the line type, and a specific version. Once you choose a version, information will be populated here. There are 4 tabs that have in there right now, and this is subject to change. We can add more tabs with specific reports later on, but for now kept it simple, and we just have a tab with structure information, a tab for line information, criteria, as well as changes between different versions, and I'll get to that at the end. So we'll start off by loading a sample line that we have and choosing a sample line type. Now the line type, this is where we can define preliminary, final, as-built, construction work package, all those different line types we can add in here. Now for each line type, a list of versions is maintained. There's an initial version in there right now. Version 1 was, along with its creation date, the user who created it, as well as a summary of the contents of that version. So we'll go ahead, click this first version, and load it up. Now after loading it up, we can go into the structure tab. Right away, we see the images of the structures. On the left, we have the structure list. This line only has poles in it, only has 2 M4 models, so we have 2 structures here in the list. For each structure, we get 2 PLS generated images, as well as any images associated with that structure in the PLS-CADD model. In addition to the images, we have, for the structure, a list of other components here. Now, bear in mind that this was just a quick example of some of the material that we can report. We can go into a lot more detail on each of these components, but for now, kept it simple and just provided a few attributes for these different element types. In addition to the structure, we can also look at the line. So here we have a list of PLS-CADD tables. So if we wanted to reference the PLS-CADD model without actually having to open up the PLS-CADD model, we can come in and maybe check out the construction staking report. Maybe we wanted to see what the stake, look at the stake coordinates of a guy on a certain structure, or find the header backspan in the PLS-CADD model. We'll move on to the criteria tab. In here, this again is just pulling straight from PLS-CADD. These are a lot of the criteria tables. We have weather cases, load cases, as well as your cable data report and some other criteria files. The last tab here is the changes tab. Notice that there's nothing in there right now. This is because there's only one version and there's nothing to compare it to. But once we upload a second version, we'll be able to see a list of changes between that second version and this first version. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So to upload a new version, we'll go into File, Upload Project. Now the upload project dialog pops up. It's going to ask for a few pieces of information. First is the line type. If you're adding a new line, you can click the new line button, but since we're going to be adding into the sample line, we're just going to click the sample line. Same with the sample line type. Now we have the option to choose the XML file. Now we already created an XML file here, this added equipment and moved tab. So this file will have a couple changes that we'll be able to identify in the changes tab. After adding the XML file, we can also associate a backup file. Now this is useful if you do have a machine set up with a PLS-CADD key. You can restore a backup of any version of a project that you have, as long as you associate it here as along with the project. For every upload, it requires that you provide a summary. So here we're going to add a brief description. And an optional description can be provided as well. We're just going to leave that blank for now. Now the program is going to go through the process of extracting the information from the XML file, gathering all of the photos, and then it's going to go through a process where it will generate those model images automatically. Now for this process, you're not supposed to touch anything. It's gonna sort of go through the steps on its own. For the second structure, it's gonna ask us to help out in one step, and you'll see here. Okay, so it says adjust the model to fit within the print area. You can see on the right of the structure, these guys get cut off. So we'll go ahead and reformat that so none of the structure is cut off. And at this point, the program is calculating the differences between this new version and the previous version. Now that the changes have been uploaded into a new version, we can go and check out that latest version. So let's go here, back again, choose the sample line type, and now we can see that there are two versions in the version list. The first version that we initially created, as well as the new version here with the version number incremented, a new date, the username is still the same, and then the new summary that we provided. Now let's go ahead now and load up this latest version, and then go and take a look at the changes tab. Now we can see there's information in here now. Let's look at here. This is one of the pieces of information that we changed, the equipment. We can see the original value in the equipment list for this structure was 0, and now it's at 1. So we can go back into the structure tab and take a look. For that structure now, we have a piece of equipment. Let's take a look at the first version and just to show that was indeed added. So here, for the same structure, there's now equipment. One more feature that I'd like to show is the restore backup option. During the upload process, we associated the backup file to this version. We can go ahead now and click restore backup with this version selected, and it will fire up PLS-CADD to the restore backup menu. We can go through here do a quick restore. And then open up the project. And that wraps up all the updates that we've made so far. And again, just want to reiterate that a lot of the information here is really preliminary, especially in the structure tab. The information here can be totally customized. We can have custom reports. Another option, in addition to the structure, line, criteria, and changes tabs, we can also have a TM tab or other LADWP specific tabs here with specific reports catered to the material in the TM reports. But yeah, again, this is just a sort of a starting place and kind of where we feel the core functionality lies. There's definitely some room for improvement, but we think that this is a good place to start. Thanks for your time and making it through this video. Looking forward to the next steps on this project. Thanks, guys.